Want to know where my passion for BarrelUp for baseball started? You want to know? It all started on a baseball field just like this, catching barrels at an early age. Welcome to BarrelUp Podcast. Baseball, oh baseball, I can't get enough. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another edition of BarrelUp Podcast. This is your host, John Carlos, with a friendly face. You guys seen this guy before. My man is back. Mr. Cruz, Brando, my brother, a pioneer for BarrelUp Podcast. Glad to have you back, brother. It's like we never left. Every time I see this guy, it brings me very, very good vibes. He's been in season 1. And now he's made the return. So, Brando, everybody.
It's good to be back. Honestly, I missed it. I missed doing this. We expanded, you know what I mean?
Yes.
My man's been putting in the work. We're now, you guys can't see it, but we are in the batting cage. So we're not in our original studio, which was a basement. But, when you dedicate yourself, big things happen. So we're here, and I'm excited for BarrelUp and what's to come of it. And we're here to talk baseball.
Glad to have you back. We're missing our third insert. We're going to try to get him. Darryl and Boo. That guy. So we're here, family. And as Brando stated, we are in BarrelUp Baseball Player Development. Guys, a dream come true. Right now we're in the studio, BarrelUp Podcast, housed by BarrelUp Baseball Player Development. Those that are wanting to take their game, their level of play to another level, whether it be collegiate, high school, little league, T-ball, pro, this is the place to be. We're located in 655 East 233rd Street in the Bronx. And sky's the limit. This is just the beginning, and I hope to see a lot of players up their game here, as that's what we're here to do, to uplift the youth. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, BarrelUp Podcast. Follow us on Instagram, BarrelUp_baseball. Like this video and comment down below. Also, follow us on Anchor and on Spotify for the audio version of this podcast. Without further ado, baseball is exciting. There's a lot of things happening. There's, 24, 25 games left in the season, Brandon?
Yeah, less than 25 games left. And I sincerely think that every game counts. So every night, everybody's playing out there, but they're playing for something. Even teams that already have wrapped it up, like the Dodgers. The Dodgers, they're gonna win the division regardless. But they want to maintain that number 1 seed for the home field advantage throughout the playoffs.
Correct. As Brando stated, every game counts. The races for the wild card for the divisions are very tight. We're going to start with the National League East. Oh boy. For this year, for 2022, the Mets have been the favorites throughout the whole year. They haven't let up the first place spot until just like 2 or 3 days ago.
Actually, last night, with the Braves beat the Oakland A's, the Mets lost to the Pirates. They were tied.
Yeah.
Atop the division this morning, but now the Mets have won their first game of the doubleheader. So did the Braves. They beat Oakland 7-3 today. But the Mets are currently winning 7-0 in the 4th inning, the ground pitching. So the Mets, if they win tonight, they'll be half a game up. But it's not where we want to be. It's not where we should even be. We shouldn't. I don't think as a Mets fan, we shouldn't even have to be in this position. But yet again, credit to the Braves. Because, you got to give credit when credit is due. They've been playing great baseball. They've gotten healthy. Spencer Strider came out of nowhere, gave them a spark that they needed. Probably Rookie of the Year in the National League.
Short kid. He's short.
Right.
But
he's short, but he throws fire.
He throws gas. Spencer Strider, I compare him a little bit to the ground-like figure. Why? I say this because every outing I see this guy throwing 100 easy, just like the ground, easy. It comes out of the arm. And the other day he broke the record for the Atlanta Braves, striking out 16.
Correct.
16. You know the pitchers at the Atlanta.
No, he's electrifying. And you know what's crazy? That people forget, but for me, to honestly, Max Fried is okay, but their best pitcher, for me, is Mike Soroka. Well, Soroka's on his way back. Probably won't pitch this year. I might be mistaken, but I think he's coming back next year. So that means that the Braves are going to be even more potent on as a starting rotation. To the Mets, they have their pitchers too, but I think DeGrom and Scherzer are on their way out, whereas the Atlanta Braves, they're getting healthy and they're getting younger, so they're going to be there year after year.
Talking about getting younger, they signed their center fielder to 8 years, $72 million.
Harris, right?
Harris.
An extension.
Right? They locked up the third baseman.
Riley. So yeah, they got. I'm telling you, the Braves have. I compare the Braves to like the Spurs of the Major League Baseball, because they're always consistent. They always develop good players, and for some reason, they just always get good talent, ingrown talent, like homegrown. So it's like we can't compete against that.
And not for nothing, their front office does a very good job persuading these low budget contracts. Acuna, 8 years, $100 million.
He'd think he was the most. Everybody else got. Well, you can argue that they didn't get paid a lot. Albies got 35. He Harris got what, 72?
For 8.
That's $9 million a year if we do it. Austin Riley also underpaid, but he did get a good amount of money, but still underpaid. And I mean, I feel like the relationship there with player and front office is very good. So like they believe in what they're doing.
Correct.
And most of those players, they already won a championship last year.
Yeah.
So other than Harris, they all got a ring. So now we're gonna play for a ring, but we also, we want to secure some type of money.
As you know, you go year by year, the amazings, they don't fail to amaze me in this way. I was talking to Brandon last night, or this morning, I think it was. I said, bro, you believe this shit? And you believe that, we've had the first place spot locked down the whole year. And now the Braves are just creeping up like it's nothing. And to put the cherry on top, Scherzer is on the 15th DL. What do you think about that?
Yeah, as of yesterday, Scherzer was put on the 15-day DL.
Did he aggravate the same?
Yeah, they said he's a little tender. It's a little sore. The oblique, the left oblique, is a little sore, and they just want to, take precaution, maybe even sit him down. Like I was talking to you before, off the record, that the Mets, no matter what happens, we're gonna make the playoffs regardless. Yeah. No, not hopefully. Is that we can lose every game from here on out, and I think we do make the playoffs. We have a good enough lead, and we'll secure the 4th place, which we'll get a home whatever advantage in the wild card. But I feel like they could shut them down. They could shut him down and try to get him healthy for the playoffs, because that's where it really is going to matter. Because we do need Scherzer along with DeGrom, because DeGrom might not even throw full.
He's on a controlled outing per outing.
Right.
Right. So that sums up what's going on. Well, don't count out the Phillies. That sums up what's going on in the National League East. The Phillies are in the fight as well, in the wild card. Now looking at the Central Division, we see that Milwaukee has lost a little bit of the pulse that they were carrying on.
Yeah, Milwaukee was the favorite coming in out of spring training to win that division. Not easily, but they were the favorite to win the division. They have a stacked team. They got better. They got younger. Colton Wong, Willie Adames, Urias, all those guys were hitting. They're healthy. Once they're healthy, they can hit, but I guess it just hasn't meshed like last year did.
Right.
I don't know what's going on there. So, Goldschmidt having an out-of-body experience. Arenado is Arenado doing his thing, probably going to win another Gold Glove. The old guy's getting it done. Pujols contributing where it counts, because you can say what you can say.
With limited playing time.
Right, with limited playing time. But he's come up in big moments and delivered. And you're in a pennant race, no matter what you want to call it. He's playing in important games. He's not playing, lollygag at bats. Like these at bats count.
Apart from him being only 5 home runs away from the 700 mark, right? Count that down. Watch every at bat.
We're on a Pujols home run watch.
We are on a Pujols home run watch. Apart from that, he has, like Brando said, come in clutch and has been a catalyst for the San Luis Cardinals. Do they take him in the roster for the playoffs?
Of course. Of course. You need that bat. The DH is there. I still feel that he can produce, especially in big game moments, especially in the postseason where he's come through time and time again. He did it back in 2011 when they won a World Series in the NLCS. He was the NLCS MVP against the Brewers. He's proven. He's a Hall of Famer. For me, age is nothing but a number, especially when it comes to baseball and hitting. If you know how to hit like he does, he's gonna produce wherever they put him at.
We are on that home run watch. We all want to see that magical mark, 700 home runs. A-Rod was taunting the other day on Instagram on social media saying that he might come back just to compete with his fellow mates.
To get the 4.
Which I think
I feel like he could still play, but I don't know who's gonna give him a chance.
Yankees should give him a chance.
Nah, the Yankees paid him to get out of there. They're not gonna pay him to come back and do that. You know, let me see the Marlins, Miami Marlins. He has some ties there. You ever seen the movie Mr. 3000?
Yes.
Like something like that. Like that would be cool to see and actually play in real life.
Now moving on to National League West, right? We do see the vacancy that Tatis has given the San Diego Padres, right? Soto, the acquisition of Soto has been great, but it hasn't been to the expectations of
Correct.
fans of even the Padres, I would say. The kid that was brought up, I want to say kid, he's been in the minors for 10 years for the Nationals, has outplayed Soto in many ways, right? But they are in the playoff run. We're going to take a look at the numbers right now. Brandon, what are the numbers as far as standings for the wild card in the National League West or in the National League?
In the National League, we got the Dodgers, Mets, and St. Louis, each leading their division respectively. Wild card, we got Atlanta, Phillies, and San Diego. San Diego will be in the 6th seed. Milwaukee is 3.5 games back. And that's going to be coming down to the wire, in my opinion, because I feel like Milwaukee, if they get hot, they can overtake San Diego. And that'll be a bummer for San Diego because they gave up a lot of prospects. They gave up a lot of prospects in order to acquire Soto. And I feel like the Nationals won. They gave up CJ, Luke Voigt, CJ Abrams, some other guys are in the minor leagues gonna come up. And I feel like the Nationals won that trade on, honestly.
We will see who won the trade 3 years from now.
Correct.
Okay. Now moving forward, now talking about the American League.
Right.
In the American League right now, there's a lot of talks about, Shohei Ohtani or Aaron Judge. Shohei Ohtani in the last couple of days had uplifted the spirit when it comes to MVP talk for him. This guy is on a freaking tear. 32 home runs again. You get the people outside, whatever. 32 home runs and pitching outstanding. Too bad he's on a team like the
Angels. Mike Trout doing his things as well. Shout out to Mike Trout. Another 30 home run season. 7th in his career. I mean, bro, listen, I spoke to you. I texted you. I said, listen, if Ohtani keeps going what he's doing and Judge doesn't get to that 60, 61, 62 run mark or whatever it is, 64, does Judge win MVP? I think not. I say Ohtani is hands down. He's, listen, a 10-game winner, 2.38 ERA, and you're hitting over 30 bombs, and you're hitting 280 something.
I asked this same question about a year ago in the interview that I did to the great Jansen Pujols, Dominican broadcaster, Dominican reporter. I asked him if Ohtani performs the way he has performed this year, every year, like a year ago, we'll watch that in the previous episode. If he performs the way he's performing this year, every year, is he going to win it? He said, if he does it every year, he has a big chance of winning. And we're seeing the great Ohtani, who is compared to the great Bambino, do it again every year. So Aaron Judge does not have it in the books just yet. Aaron Judge has 55 home runs. He hit number 55 today. They're about to start the doubleheader, the second game of the doubleheader. And
55 home runs. He's batting 302 with 117 RBIs. So I don't know. I would have to check, but I think he leads everything in MLB. Might be wrong in the home run. Well, home run, of course, and RBIs, but batting average, he might be a little behind.
yeah.
So there could be a triple crown watch.
But staying on the topic for the
MVP.
MVP voting for the American League, I did an episode where I put Judge and Otani. A lot of people said, "Oh, Otani." A lot of people said Judge. But right now, the conversation is spicing up because both of these players are producing. And talking about producing, the Yankees are doing an amazing job with the bad month of August that they had, staying in first place in that division. Talk to me about the Yankees and the expectations that everybody has with their amazing season this year. The Yankees.
With the Yankees.
What's gonna be that seal?
I don't think they get a seal of approval, in my opinion. I believe they might get to the ALCS, but I do see them losing first round. I don't think they're that deep. Without Aaron Judge, that's it. They got nobody else. I don't see anybody producing other than right. Garrett Cole's not pitching good. Jameson Taillon can't be your best pitcher in the playoffs. It can't be. You're getting paid whatever millions they paid Garrett Cole. You got to produce at Garrett Cole. What's his name? The other guy, the Cuban guy, lefty. 60.
Oh, Cortez.
Right. I don't know if is he hurt. I haven't heard any news from him. But Domingo Germán is Domingo Germán. Yeah, Severino's out. Like honestly, like I tell people and I tell, my friends and everybody I talk to about baseball, and when it comes to the postseason, if you don't have pitching, you don't have nothing. Because you could score a run or two, but if you don't have pitching to lock it down, that you're not gonna go far. You're not gonna go far. And you can look at the history. The Braves had a great bullpen last year. Great bullpen. Starting pitching, was good. Wasn't great, but it was good. 5-6 innings of maybe 2-run ball, 3-run ball, which is understandable. You're playing the Astros, who are a powerhouse and are low key, not low key, but it should be high key. My favorite to come out of the American League yet again.
Their farm system, the way they grow their players, it's like, bro, they haven't made those crazy moves the last 3 years. They've let
the most they did was Christian Vasquez this year to bolster up their backup catcher, because him and Maldonado can platoon, which is actually great because Maldonado hits, Vasquez gives you defense. They know how to call a game, especially in the playoffs. They've been there, done that. Both are champions.
That franchise, they know what they're doing.
Correct.
Cheating or not cheating.
I mean, everybody cheats. It's just some people get caught. That's what it is. But baseball, there's always something going on in baseball. Whatever you want to, it's a game. Everybody finds a way to cut corners in the game, and you try to get an edge. But yeah, honestly, the Yankees, you got to get through Houston, and I don't think they're gonna get through Houston. Honestly,
I'm a fan of the underdog always. I like to see those underdog teams, and when I refer this year to an underdog team, I'm talking about the Baltimore Orioles. You haven't heard the Baltimore Orioles in contention for the last close to 10 years, right?
8 years.
8 years.
2014, they made it to LCS, but got swept by the Royals.
The Baltimore Orioles are only 3.5 games away from the wild card spot.
Right.
Isn't that amazing? Where did you not? They don't have. I can say Giancarlo Stanton earns more than the whole team.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
But
whole bunch of rookies.
This is the thing. Though.
Nobody's, honestly.
They are drafting very good. Like,
right.
Their draft picks year by year are playing. We have the catcher.
Right.
I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
Me neither, but you know who you're talking about.
The number one pick coming out of the East.
He was the number one pick coming out of college, out of Oregon State, I believe.
State. And then I am just astonished when I see the shortstop, last name Henderson. This kid is a beast.
Right. Comes up first at bat, hits a home run.
It's a home run. Plays stellar defense at short.
Plays with his hairs on fire.
If the Baltimore Orioles make a push for the playoffs, as they're making it right now.
Yeah, they're actually in a big series right now. They're playing Toronto. They've lost. Right. They lost a couple of games. Bo Bichette had a 3-run homer game, I think, on Monday. And it's a crucial series where they gotta, try to take this game tonight, maybe two and a half back, because Toronto does hold that last wild card spot, right? And then it's Tampa Bay by a game. So they're in the mix. They just gotta play hard ball and believe in each other, and you never know. Anything's possible.
As they have been believing all year, hey, there's only 24 games left of the season, so it's gonna come down to the wire. It's gonna come down to the wire.
Right.
Last little topic we want to talk about today is the Pujols home run loss. I did an episode about it like a week and a half ago, right? It's trending on YouTube right now, but I want to leave you guys with this question. 5 left with limited playing time. Does Pujols reach the mark?
24 games left. I say he does.
I say he does as well.
I say he does, and he's gonna do it in a dramatic fashion.
Of course.
I feel like it'll be a last day of the season type walk off.
But you know what I don't like? I'm a little disappointed that they're not giving him like a farewell tour.
Well, because the thing with Pujols is, and it is disrespectful in a lot of ways, because he's probably one of the best hitters or the best players, right, to ever live, or the best player of our generation. Because the next generation has Mike Trout, maybe even Bryce Harper, but he was of the early 2000s. Albert Pujols was that guy, along with A-Rod and the Jeters of the world and Barry Bonds. But Pujols was a mixture of those eras, the old and the new. So, and he's still doing it at age 42, which I believe is amazing, like I said earlier. And I'm rooting for the guy.
I think everybody in baseball, if you love baseball, you have to want to see this happen.
But I feel like God is funny in some ways. God is humorous, because he didn't get a farewell tour, but now this the chase for the home run got everybody on edge and appreciating what he's done for the game.
Bringing viewers back to the game of baseball.
Right. And he did it in the Cardinal uniform, which is like the cherry on top. Right.
Last but not least, guys, freak of nature, just keep an eye on him. O'Neal Cruz. O'Neal Cruz is doing.
He's big on O'Neal Cruz. I'm a person that consistency. But go ahead.
I'm big on him because the guy's 6'7", he's playing shortstop, and on top of that, he's hitting the ball out in front here and hitting it out of the
stadium.
All his home runs. So he throws like 97 across the diamond.
Right.
The two, all of his home runs have been 113 miles per hour or more. Like, goddamn.
115, I think it was yesterday. O'Neal Cruz, I mean, listen, 6'7", he's Aaron Judge from the left side of the plate. Playing shortstop. This guy's like a created player in MLB Road to the Show.
Average 100.
Everything is on 100 with this guy. He runs fast, throws hard, hits for contact. He is like I said, he is a creative player's dream. Let's see where he goes. I'm more excited to see if they take him to the WBC. If the Dominican Republic even allows him to go. That's funny you have the hat on. I'm excited for that team. There's a lot of excitement around O'Neal Cruz, and hopefully Pittsburgh can rebuild again and rebuild around him and be competitive.
We have talked about this behind.
Off the record.
If Yankees and Mets make it to the World Series, BarrelUp Podcast will be there.
Yes, we'll be there. I'm not going to the Bronx. I'll say that right now. I got connections to Citi Field, so we might be in Citi Field, because the Bronx is a little crazy, especially in the playoff time.
Definitely, it's looking like both teams will make the playoffs, so we will be at some games, and just stay tuned. Baseball.
It's an exciting time.
I can't get enough. Thank you guys for tuning into this podcast. Thank you for all the love. My man Brando is back. And
we back, baby. Back like we never left.
Back like no, I'm saying. BarrelUp Podcast, BarrelUp Baseball Player Development. This is here to stay. Guys, thank you for everything.
Listen, stay tuned. Support my guys. Support the movement. BarrelUp Baseball Development. We're here in the Bronx. We're working out the youth. Listen, wintertime is coming. It's gonna be snowing. It's gonna be raining. It's gonna be cold. But yeah, you don't stop. We in here. We working every day, 7 days a week. My bad. Yeah, 7 days a week, because of wintertime, all we doing is working for the spring. So listen, if you got your kids, your uncle, anybody that we got softball players too, can come through. Right? They take their work ethic seriously. We're here to work. We're here to make you better, get stronger, faster. And that's all we're trying to do, man. Just trying to better ourselves and better anybody that wants to come down and support us.
So, guys, get to subscribe to the YouTube channel, BarrelUp Podcast, follow us on Instagram, BarrelUp_baseball, like this video, comment down below, share this content.
Right.
You have the best insight. Not because it's BarrelUp, it's just because we do it from the heart. You have the best baseball insight week by week, day by day. Right? We just finished a whole day of lessons, and then we said, no, we gotta do a podcast.
Right. We're always working.
Always